G'day guys, welcome back to the AFL live streams. Saturday afternoon football from the MCG. I'm absolutely pumped. I'm absolutely pumped for this one. I love, wait, I'm trying to hear. Oh yeah, we're on. I absolutely love Saturday Arvo football from the MCG with two big Victorian sides. There's not much else that gets me more pumped, to be honest. So really looking forward to this one. Should be a good game, I reckon. Should be a good clash. I've just smashed some crispy chicken sushi, like literally 13 seconds ago. So, I got stuck at the shops, so I had to race down really late. But we're here, and we're pumped. How is everyone going? How's everyone's week? What's going on? I'm on KO today, obviously, so it's not a perfect science with how it syncs up with the audience. And mine's been lagging a tiny bit as well. So, we're going to just have to play that by ear, I guess. But we'll be right. Love seeing you, mug, mate. Oh, Tim Disco Diskin. The good man, great man. How are you, Disco? I love the big crowd at the MCG. Saturday afternoon. Not sure it gets better than this. ZWEXU. Hey, Kados, hope you're having a good weekend. Travelling well, mate. Travelling really well. Just sorting out my live stream. I like how I sort out my live stream live. So I got my chat there today because I got the footy here. Might move the footy over a little bit so I can get the chat right in front of me skull. Disco, better now that I've seen you, dude. Hope you and Georgia have been keeping well. Going beautifully, me and the Japart. She's going well. Thanks for asking, Disco. It's not on 7, so I'm on KO as well. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a KO setup today for the lads. There's nothing worse than when I would do it on KO while it was a Channel 7 game, and then I had my lag, like from the live stream, on super long. So then it's like, not only was I like 20 seconds behind Channel 7 watching it, I was then 30 seconds behind because of my the way my live stream would come out. So it was quite funny. I was about a minute and a half behind at some stages. Oi, Dossie, you replied to me on Insta Cheers. No worries, footy X cricket stuff. That's one of the great YouTube channel names I've ever heard. Who am I going for? Who are my tips? I don't know. I like both these teams, weirdly. Like, I know that they're probably some of the most unpopular Victorian clubs, but I like them, so I'm excited for this contest. I reckon I'm going to tip the Tigers by 12. Here we go, Saturday afternoon football from the MCG. What's on your screen right now? All right, I'll tell you when the bounce is happening on mine. So it's Jack Ginnivan, it's Jordan De Goey, it's Dusty and Howie. I'll count down to the bounce so we can all sync it up. That's the siren. All right, bounce in 3, 2, 1, bounce. The ball's been bounced. And we're away here at the MCG. What did I say? Tigers by 12? Pretty happy with that tip. How? He's got the job on Dusty. All the best, Howie. Oh, the MCG in all its glory. That's a shocking kick through the middle. Long ball forward. Moore brings it to ground level. Castagna, little handball out. Side bottom with a clearing kick. The Nate can't pick up. Ginnivan's all over him. Rioli drags him off. He gave away free. Good spoil by Howe. Imagine if they played that deliberate against Maynard. That would have been an absolute stitch-up. What's up, Caden? How are we? Bango. Yeah, travelling well, mate. Going really well. Oh, that is a free kick on Tom Lynch every day of the week. What is Darcy Moore doing? Tommy Lynch is kicking at goal. Isn't that great at the minute, is it? How do you think Dusty is going to go today, asks Max. He'll kick a couple, I reckon. Shane Edwards picks it up in the back line. Oh, Rioli's just thrown that to the ground. How did he miss? Asks Kagam. What a name. Graz 10. How? How did he do that? Can you turn your computer sound up, please? No, I can't because I'll get copyright striked. I got a copyright strike from a live stream a couple of weeks ago because one of the ads played and it got picked up somehow and it was so faint. I had to turn like my audio so far up to try and even hear it. But yeah, I got demonetized for that. Tom Lynch adds another to the worst misses since 2012 playlist. Yeah, surely an Aussie Things or what are some of those other pages that do those, like a Riles Macca whips up a bit of a compilation. Dante, D's versus Saints predictions. Geez, well, the Saints are in form, aren't they? So I'm not worried. I'm quietly confident, but yeah, I think it's as good a time for anyone to knock the D's off. So I'm going to say the D's will win, but I reckon it'll be tight in the last quarter and we'll kick a couple of junk time to seal it. But I reckon D's by about 20, but yeah, it should be a good game and Saints have a good opportunity to get a good scalp. De Goey's got it in front of the members here. He's got side bottom in the middle of the ground, probably too hard to get it to him. So he goes long down the line and Bolter, the forward, the backman turned forward, turned backman. Hey, Caden, it's Chase. Last week was a cracker because Hawks were up in the first quarter. G'day, Adam. G'day, Chase. How are you, lads? It was. It was a good game. I thought the Hawks played some good footy. During patches, I thought they were going to knock us off, Chase. So, plenty to be proud of, for sure. Geez, Jeremy Howe and Dusty Moore have nearly taken a hanger on each other. What time is the game, D's versus Saints? I think it's a 1:10 at the MCG. I think it's... Oh, Dusty. Kicking boards come off Noble's head. Lynch over the top to Castagna. He's fumbled it. Should have been a goal. Yeah, I reckon it's the 1:10 at the MCG, which I'm actually excited to watch, as silly as it sounds. Like, I know that's like a time slot that people complain about, and I've probably complained about it in the past before. But to get back to the MCG, Sunday Arvo, have a bit of a cruise, and watch the D's, like, and then be home by about 5. I'm pumped. Edwards. Short goes high. Lynch in a good position here. Darcy Moore does really well in the long sleeves. Darcy Moore. Back to the Sunday Arvo time slot, says Disco. Yeah, what the hell? Okay, thanks, Kados. Keep up the good content. Thanks, Lucas. Best soup to have at the footy, Kados. Oh, it says Darrow's Films. I'm not a big... Oh, jeez, I've kicked my camera. I'm not a big soup at the footy guy. Best soup at the footy. I'm a chicken and vegetables type guy. I don't really like tomato soup. I like a soup that's got like chunky bits in it. I don't really like a soup that's just like liquid, just like water, like a pumpkin soup or tomato soup. So like maybe a chicken and veg. Get it in a little thermos. Lipinski, side bottom. Myercheck. Plays above his pay grade every week, Brody Myercheck, doesn't he? Kados, who are you backing for today's matches? Who have we got? So, is there a game on at the same time as this? Is there... Oh, there is. It's the Suns and the Swans. I had no idea there was another game on at the same time. Why do they do that? There's so many overlaps on your Saturday Arvo. That's annoying. Well, I've tipped the Tigers here as Myercheck comes in, kicks from 50. It's across the face. Ginnivan can't get hands to it. Goes through for a behind. UCAT. How are you, great man? Yeah, I had no idea there was a game on at the same time. That's annoying. I'll go on the Tigers. I'll go the Swans. I'll go the Cats. I reckon they'll bounce back. And who have we got tonight? What are the games tonight? Sydney vs Gold Coast predictions. Sydney by 34. Kados, mate, can we talk about the economic and political state of the world right now? Mate, that's all I want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about. And these people, these kids that I'm hanging around. Bo McCreary's hit the post. UCAT, how's the arc doing? What's the arc? What have I missed there? I'm in the Guard of Honour of Hawthorn today, which means when the players go through the banner, I'm standing on the ground on the side of the banner. Simply Australia, that's unreal. How good is that? Get plenty of pics, plenty of vids. Say good day to Tommy Mitchell and C. McDonald. That'll be a good game later today. You feel the Hawks will be a little bit too strong for the Bombers, but it'll be a good game to tune into. Oh, there's Brisbane West Coast, Cats Giants, Dons Hawks. Yeah, Brisbane West Coast. That could be 600 points, couldn't it? That is not going to be... I reckon the Lions will win by 110 points. It's not going to be pretty. But I'm keen to tune in to see how they go. Do you like Dusty, Kados? I love Dusty Martin. Absolutely love Dusty Martin. Tommy Lynch kicks long to the top of the square. Rewalt. It's a 1-on-55. There's so many Pies people back there. Noble. Good little shoe. Out to Trent Bianco. I love Trent Bianco. He's very silky. Oh, I've just given him pump up for his silky skills and he's absolutely butchered the kick. Marlon goes inside 50. Quainer chops it off to Goey. Side bottom. Down the line. Bolter too good. That's a good matchup. Bolter and Myercheck. Geez, the Suns have started well around the grounds thanks to the Goes Alright podcast. 139 to the Swans 0-0-0. And Lynch has a snap-on goal and he's kicked the first of the afternoon for the Tiggies. How many snags for Wiedemann against the Saints? He got left out of the side. And I'm fuming. I'm genuinely a bit upset about that. I think he's too good for VFL, Sam Wiedemann. It's a tough one with Lukey Jackson coming back in, but I just think he's too good for VFL, to be honest. So I'm a little bit disappointed that he's playing at the Casey Demons, but Sammy Wiedemann has the best attitude in life and in footy, and he takes everything in his stride, and he'll go back and he'll compete and he'll crack back into the best 22. And I suppose if a Tommy McDonald or Benny Brown go out throughout the year, pretty handy backup, and it shows how good our depth is. But I just I don't I don't want to speak for Sam Wiedemann because I don't know him that well, but I don't imagine that he'd be disappointed or frustrated, but I'm a little bit disappointed and frustrated for him because I think he's better than VFL. But yeah, there's a long year to go, and if Sam Wiedemann's our backup key forward, then I'm pretty happy about that. Benny Brown is trash. I reckon Benny Brown's really good. I think he's played some great footy. He kicks snags so easily. I didn't really see Ben Brown last week. And we look up on the AFL app and he's kicked 4. So that's a really reliable sort of player to have in your side. And he competes a lot harder than what people think. Like, I've got mates who give the old, Ben Brown, he's only good on the lead. And that's what I thought, 3 years ago. That's probably the view I would have had on him. But since watching him in the last couple of years, he crashes packs and he gets up the ground and he brings it to ground and he's not just he doesn't need it perfectly. He can sort of at least bring it to ground and make a good contest, which I didn't think he could. So I think Benny Brown's, pretty decent. You and I both annoyed RE, the Great Weeds, being given the chop out. Absolutely love the bloke. Definitely my man crush Monday. Good on you, Disco. So where are you, Disco? Are you in Brizzy at the moment? Is that what you're doing? Oliver Henry shot on goal is wide. Who's the best forward in the league at the moment, do you think? Well, Tommy Hawkins, it's hard to take hard to take him out of the conversation. He's an absolute superstar. The big Tomahawk. Jeremy Cameron's very good as well. Who else is playing well? Maxi King's playing all right. Who else is playing well in the key forwards? Mycheck's pretty consistent. Fremantle is the best team in the AFL, says Tottenham Hotspur. They're looking pretty good, the Dockers. They're just doing what they have to, aren't they? They are looking pretty good. Johnny Noble kicks down the wing. Gibkiss can't quite collect. It spills out. Little handball to side bottom. It's a 2-on-1, and the two have competed against each other. Mansell's spoilt Grimes. Ginnivan's got the high. Our man Jack Ginnivan. Disco, correct. I'm on the Gold Coast at the minute at a little get-together for the para swim team before World Champs and Com Games. We leave for home on Sunday, Arvo. Awesome. Jack Ginnivan is going the snap on goal. It's a little bit far to snap, I reckon. And he says, no, it's not. He's absolutely slotted it straight through the middle. He's in ripping form, Jack Ginnivan. Bloody hell. Who do you go for? I'm a big D's man. I'm a big D's supporter. Jimmy? Jeez. I reckon that was just clumsy by Rioli, to be honest. I know he's probably... Well, he has drawn the free, but he didn't have to lift the arm or anything. Dossie, thoughts on Tommy Sparrow? I love Tommy Sparrow. I love his running capacity. I love his hunt and contested stuff with the footy. Can kick a goal. He's probably the next Jack Viney for us. Sort of a Jack Viney prototype. Ginnivan and Rioli. Ginnivan palms it out to Crisp. Handballs over the top to Hoskin Elliott. Square it. Oh, he had to go a little bit... Oh, it was probably a hard kick to try and really square it to Mycheck, but he was half heading back towards the goal square. Horn Francis, the best youngster in the league. He had a bit of a stinker last night in terms of his, attitude. There were so many times where Horn Francis just sort of cracked it around the contest, stopped, and didn't compete till the whistle. Well done, Morris Rioli. Over the top to Lynch. who puts a little lob through ball over to Rewalt, who's butchered the soccer off the ground. He's usually great at soccers off the ground. Yeah, Horn Francis last night. Did you see those sort of efforts where he sort of gave up on the contest before he probably should have? I'm not going to judge the youngster because I haven't played footy for 8 years and I give up on contests even though I don't even play and I'm giving up on contests. But yeah, he was sort of just not quite in it mentally last night, I don't think. But that won't define his 250 game career. Howie, little under the pocket to Hoskin Elliott. What sort of role does Hoskin Elliott play at the moment? Because he used to be that sort of take a hanger, Bailey Fritsch style forward, sort of medium, sort of tall. But now he's like getting up and back the ground. I see him in like the back line more often than I see him in the forward line. So what sort of role is he playing? That's the question of the afternoon. Couple of throw-ins on the wing of the MCG. Ginnivan, good contest. Lynchy picks it up, 55 or 60 from home. It's a very wide kick to Soldo, a little bit too wide. Maynard's good. I love Maynard. Who do you think is going to win this game, Caden? Yeah, I reckon the Tigers. I reckon the Tigers will get up. Ryan Mansell. Edwards just... I don't know, Pickett takes it out. Lynch is kind of shit sometimes. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, one of the best key forwards in the AFL, in all of Australia, can just mongrel punt the ball sometimes when they're 10 metres out. And he can slot them from 50. And he's probably one of the best kicks in Australia, but still, like in the heat of the moment, he can sometimes butcher some shots at goal. It's pretty crazy. Nick Dacos, so smooth to Noble on the wing. Gives a little handball to Pendles. Bit of a sort of snap kick in board. Grimes will get there first. Josh Dacos can't quite tackle. Grimes to Gibkiss. Mongrel punt that went flat and hard into his teammate. Marlon Pickett gets tackled by Noble. I love John Noble. Love the way he goes about it. I'm going to close my curtain because it's going to make me look brighter on screen. Gives a bit of an even spread of light. I might warm these lights up too. That's a little bit better. Pendles to Dacos. That's way too bright now. Anyone watching the UFC tomorrow? I want to watch it, but I'll probably be at the G watching the Ds. You're getting a bit tipsy yet about round 11, says UCAT. A bit tipsy. Over here, that means having a couple of drinks. A bit tipsy. I'm pumped. Yeah, I just love the challenge, and I love when the Ds get like a different puzzle to solve, and I'm keen to see how they go tomorrow. Oh my God, Castagna. The spin and the goal. That was very impressive. That was amazing. I knew what I said, don't worry. Yeah, I might get tipsy if we can beat the Dockers. But yeah, at the minute, like we're the hunted, so it's pretty cool you go to the G in the first quarter and a half, we're figuring out the puzzles that's been put in front of us. And like Hawthorn did it, Richmond did it, the Bulldogs did it round one. So many games already this season. We rock up and we're figuring out what's been thrown at us, and we're sort of solving the puzzle in real time, and it's really fascinating. Like, as a D supporter, getting to go and watch them do it, it's really, really fascinating. So I'm pumped to go tomorrow to see the Sainers, because the Sainers are going to throw something different at us, and it's like, how are we going to figure it out? And then, to see Freo, two defensive sides, it might be 40 versus 40, but it should be a good game. DeGoey exits the centre clearance, but it's a bit of a crappy kick, and now it's on for young and old, just outside the Pies 50. I'm looking at this around the ground scores, and the Suns have started quite well against the Swans. Pickett, great handball to Graham, who kicks inside 50. The Tigers look on here, guys. Lynch, can't quite mark. Dusty, little fend to Dacos. Welcome to the big time, fella. Kick over the top. Adams cracks in hard. Gets tackled. Graham from 45. Dusty ball marks, but it is a block. Side bottom has blocked Soldo. So the Tigers will have a 2-goal lead. 4 minutes to go in the first. Jack Lukey, Mr. Reliable, always chips in every time we go live. I could try and go live between 1 a.m. and 1:15 a.m. and Jack Lukey would just pop in and chip in a couple of dollars. I could try and it could be Christmas Day at 9:30 a.m. where everyone's with their family, and I could just do a surprise stream for 35 seconds. And Jack Lukey would pop on and chip in a couple of bucks. He's just, it's amazing. It's crazy. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate the support, mate. And I appreciate the super chat and the donation. You're a superstar. Can already envision us losing Brayshaw, Sarong and Pearce one day before the D's game. In terms of injuries, no, they're fit. They're firing. They're in the age bracket. They're right. Mate, it's exciting. UCAT. The Dockers are playing finals this year. That's a lock. And also, they're probably going to play deep into finals. You have a very exciting 6-month patch to look forward to, my friend. Oh, COVID. Yeah, right. Yeah, true. Well, it's good to get it out the way now. And hopefully, they sort of get it through the team, get everyone a little bit immune, even more immune. I don't know. Don't take COVID advice from me. I'm just sort of talking out my ass. But I don't know. It feels like a good time to... You'd rather them sort of get it now than the end of the year. Look at Dusty. Jeez, oh my God. His kicking is something special. Lynch turns around inside 50. The Tigers are humming a little bit here. Good spoil by Maynard. It goes out of bounds. Jack Rewalt shows a little bit of dissent to the umpire here. Chase writes, who is your favourite Hawks player? Tommy Mitchell. Oh, Martin shrugs a couple, gets through traffic, out to Bolton. Wheels around on the right. Centering ball. Big pack. Howe. Almost lets it come out the back. Does really well to keep it in front of him, though. Quainer, you got to pick those up. He doesn't. Kicks along the carpet. Mansell to Cochin. That's out of bounds. UCAT, I've still got your pre-2021 D's instincts for Freo. I can't be confident in anything we do. Felt a bit uneasy before last night's game even. Yeah, mate, that's just like the last few years of build-up and sort of being good. Like even last year in 2021, you guys were good last year. Came over, lost to Carlton, I think twice, which was a little bit annoying. Like games like that where you should have won. And I think you dropped a couple where you should have won. So I guess as the season goes, you'll grow more and more confident in how the boys play, but I certainly can relate to that feeling. Oh, Mansell almost tackled in the back and almost tackled high as well. No free kick. Albie Nicholson, who's your favourite North player? Who is my favourite North player? Nick Larkey, Cam Zerha, some of my favourites. Darcy Cameron, 80 metres from home. Goes to little Nick Dacos. Around the grounds, the Suns 17, the Swans are 10 at the minute. Dacos, high ball. They got no key forward to do that to. You can't just bomb it long when you don't really have an option. Here I am giving tips to Nick Dacos. Fancy that? Darcy Moore. Ambitious ball in board. I love the kamikaze footy by the Pies, but sometimes it's just a little bit silly. Short, skidding ball. Rewalt picks up, handballs over the top. Lipinski tries to close down Lynch, gives to Dusty. Oh, smothered by Pendles. Great handball to DeGoey. And if they're smart here, they can go the Pies, but DeGoey kicks to a 2-on-1. On the wing, Broad. It's too easy. DeGoey had to do better there, I reckon. Is Dusty playing? Dusty is playing, yes. I thought he was going to have a snag there, but he's just kicked it straight into Pendle's face. I'm looking down today because I'm watching it on KO, and I've got the chat on my phone as well. So if I'm looking down to the carpet and I look like a bit of a weirdo, that's because I'm watching the game and talking to you guys, which probably makes me a weirdo as well because I'm just alone watching the footy and chatting to randoms. But yeah, that's my excuse. Yeah, Dusty's playing. Dos, did you used to play at St. Mary's? Yes, I used to play at St. Mary's. Played in the twos. The ones won a flag, so I was part of the extended squad. Yeah. Or Bolton tries to get up. Noble does really well. Gives to Pendles, who usually can sort of evade the traffic, but he got caught there and they didn't call it. At quarter time, I'm pouring a cuppa. And I'm going to have some Anzac Day bickies that Mum made. She made them this week, so she was a couple of weeks late on the Anzac Day. But, yeah. Oh, you play at Mary's. Great club, great culture. I've got only great things to say about St. Mary's. Kagum. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know how to speak English most of the time, but I'm going to say Kagum. I signed up for my local soccer club last night. I want to do footy as well, but not sure if I'll be able to do both. Give soccer a go for a couple of years, then give footy a go. I think soccer gives you some good skills in terms of like your pace and your fitness and whatnot. Yeah, just give it all a go. I think that's the beauty of growing up and playing junior sport or any sport in particular. It's like, yeah, you can just, yeah, try it all out, see what you like. Bolter, shocking kick. Ginnivan chops it off. They should be able to go end to end. That is a brilliant kick by Jack Ginnivan. He saw side bottom over the top, who flicks one over to Oliver Henry. There's a man in the goal square. It's Beau McCreary, and that was awesome transitional football by the Pies. And he sort of is looking in board as if he's not going to kick the goal. And Jack Ginnivan goes, mate, kick the snag. You're 5 metres out. Where are you looking to pass it? Why is he looking around? Beau, you're an AFL footballer who kicks snags for fun. Kick the snag. Edwards is getting into Ginnivan. McCreary kicks it, and it's a 1-goal difference here at the MCG. Edwards is really angry at Ginnivan here. That's pretty funny. Oh, Jack Ginnivan is so funny. He's walking into the Tigers boys just saying, I don't know what he's saying, but it's funny. What a pest. All right, what are you guys saying? What did you think of Power last night, Kados? Yeah, pretty good. Good response. Is that 2 or 3 in a row? And I think they got a couple of easy games, so potentially the Power are back. What do you think of Jack Scrimshaw? Really good defender, Jackie Scrimshaw. Josh, I remember when you made that song about the D's a few years ago, and now they are really good. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought a few years ago, like 2017, we were supposed to be better than what we were. So that's why I made a couple of parodies about him. My KO's just doing some circle work, which is handy. That's what you want. It's really what you want. The pair will be chuffed. Yeah, the pair will be up and about. Deserves it too, the pair. He's a good man, great man. If you guys want to send in a video message, form goes all right. I don't have one this week, so if you want to DM me on Instagram a video message, you'll get featured on the show. Yeah. Yeah, so anyone who wants to whip up a video message, that'd be unreal. Hey Caden, how are you doing? Good, Anth. I might put the kettle on because I want a cuppa, so I'll be back in 3 seconds. Amanda. Kagman. Tell Caden I got my first goal in soccer. Snags. That's pretty sick. Do you support a soccer club? I like Manchester United, but I don't really follow them as much as I follow the D's. Like, I love the D's, but I sort of like Manchester United, if that makes sense. Did someone say something about the UFC? I want to talk the UFC if someone did. Ryder Shorts YouTube. Caden, it's my birthday today. Shout out. Yeah, Ryder. G'day, Ryder. Happy birthday, big fella. Hopefully you're having a ripping afternoon. Yeah, bloody oath. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. UFC predictions, Pug Life. Yeah, now we're talking. I actually don't know. I don't know who's going to win the main event. I'm really excited for Chandler versus Ferguson. I want Chandler to win, even though I like Tony Ferguson. I sort of want Oliveira to win as well for some reason, even though I like Gaethje. I don't know. There's something in me that wants to see Oliveira win. Who else is in it? Rose. I want Rose to win. I don't really have professional opinions. It's sort of based on who I like. But no, that card's going to be good. I'm going to be at the footy for it though, so I'm a little bit frustrated. UFC is pretty shit. Well, there you go. Ryan Mansell sucks. I don't agree with that. I like Ryan Mansell. Who's the best member from Bounce? Probably the Chief. The Chief is a funny, funny man. And we love the Chief. You a Canelo fan? I don't really watch boxing as much as I watch the UFC because I can just turn on the UFC on KO every Sunday and then I pay for the main event. In terms of boxing, I like Canelo, yeah. I just don't watch it as much. Hi, I'm on my mum's phone, but what do you think my friend saying Bolton carries Richmond, yes or no? I think your friend's just staring you a little bit. I think Bolton's a good player, but they've got so many other good players like Bolter, Cochin, Rewalt, Lynch, Dusty, Grimes. So, yeah, I don't think he carries them necessarily. The game is just about to start up again, but I'm going to have my cuppa made and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, Anzac Pickies are here. And cuppa is poured. I just don't want the cuppa on the trestle table with all the equipment because I'll probably knock it and look like an idiot. 73 people were watching my wall just then. I apologise. I think the Tigers kicked one. Bailey McCarb. Grow up, mate. WWE over UFC. Bailey, have you replied to my text? Oh, you have. Yeah. I was going to say, if you're donating in the super chats but not replying to my text, that's outrageous. And it's a tough way for us to communicate as content creator guns. I'm going to put I sort of want my hat on, but I don't want a hat on. This is more than 3 seconds, mate. Almost gave me a heart attack. Yeah. WWE, yeah. I've never been a WWE man, Bailey. Thanks for chipping in the $8. You're an idiot. Bailey helps me film and helps with my content, and he's edited a couple of videos. Edited the potties back in the day. Would get them to me 3 days late. But he's whipped up some vids, and he comes down and helps me film. So, that's why I'm laughing at Bailey Super Chat donating. And he was down yesterday for the big collab of all time. Us boys and myself, the 9 to 5 boys, the Shepmates lads. Tom Lynch has kicked that into the cricket nets. That is a shank. That is a shambolic effort. How does he miss those? It's a great question. Yeah, Baz helps me out. Will you ever make a haircut video, Kato? Maybe. I'm terrible with pronunciation. But is it Daraf? I'm bad with my vowels. When there's a couple of vowels in there and my Australian accent, I'll butcher them. Abdurraf Muhammad. Will you ever make a haircut video, Cade? Yeah, maybe. I'll make any video. I just want some views, man. The views have been down. But I got a big collab. I got a big goal kicking challenge coming soon. Shepmates, 9 to 5, prime train. So I'm hoping that can get the views up and about. Tommy Lynch has kicked one, finally. He's elite. So good. 64 in the chat for some Saturday afternoon football. They're humming now, the Tigers. Mychek runs in. Oh, I was going to say they needed that. Oh, he kicked it. They needed that response, the Pies. Love the podcast, Kados. Keep it up. Thanks, Rexy. Are you doing another live stream for any other games this round? No, I don't reckon. I reckon I'll go to the game, the D's game on Sunday, and then I'll be editing it. So I can't really do one tomorrow. So I reckon this is me one for the week. Edwards over the top. Graham. Castagna. Whiz around on the left. Kicks it on the left. It goes higher, then it goes longer. It's a point. Have you been to every Melbourne game in the past? Huh? What does that mean? Have you been to every Melbourne game? I'm not sure what that means. Graz10, great video with Cripidos. Thanks, Graz. I appreciate that. Lynch has marked another one in the goal square. The Tigers are putting on a bit of a clinic here. Lynch taking them to the cleaners. He's on Tommy Lynch. How many has he missed? He could have had 3 or 4 by now. How many does he have? 3. Could have had a couple more. He's kicked pretty poorly. Need to respond here, the Pies. They just got nothing to kick to. Richmond's defence is way too good at the minute. What's Johnny Noble going to do? Kicking long. You don't have a key forward, John Noble. You've got no one to kick to. Could have hit a little lead or something. Quater. How are they going to enter now? Lower the eyes, Pies. Maynard, top of the square. Suppose Cameron and Mychek were there, I guess, but like lower the eyes. Oh, that's enough Anzac Day biggies for a minute. Bolton's going to kick another one. That is one of the worst kicks at goal I've ever seen. He's missed the unmissable. He could have cruised in, I reckon. Are you still friends with Cookson? Yes. I am still friends with the young king. Talk about good man, great man. How's he missed that? How has he missed that? It is absolutely raining cats and dogs here. That'll be at the G in an hour. Richmond missing only the way Richmond can. I'm going to double check my bedroom windows are closed. They are closed. I've had times where it starts raining and I don't really do anything about it and I go back out there in an hour and my bed's wet, so they are closed. Dusty is a brilliant player, but I don't like him. Do you not like him because he's a good player? Like, are you one of those people who don't like him because he's so... Like, it's a bit of tall poppy syndrome. Like, Dusty is a great player, one of the best players we've ever seen. And people go, Dusty's the best player we've ever seen. And people say it. And then there's some people and their personality go, I don't like him now because of how much other people like him. It's a very Australian response, but it's quite interesting. And like the words like overrated gets put out. Like, Dusty, best player, like he's good, but he's overrated. And overrated means you're admitting they're good. I just find that a little bit interesting. Maybe you don't, I don't know. You might have another reason why you don't like him, but yeah, I think it's an absolute privilege we get to watch him. He's an absolute superstar. Lynch, tackled by Moore. Clean up crew, Quainer. Pendles has slotted really well into that back line, hasn't he? Like some midfielders who go back in the later stages of their career don't do it as well as what I think Pendlebury's doing it this year. Is he going to check the chat? I was just answering a question from the chat for the last 40 seconds. If you were playing along at home, my check tries to squeeze one through and he's hit the post. And he had Trent Bianco over the top. Agreed, Melissa. Maybe people just don't like Dusty. He's a gun, though. He is a gun. don't like my cuppers too hot. Is Max Gawn the best ruckman ever? He's one of the best ruckmans ever. I really can't compare other ruckmen because I don't know. And I think comparing players is silly. But he's in the conversation of the best ruckman ever. He's one All-Australian away from equaling Dean Cox. He's got more club best and fairest than Dean Cox. They both won a flag. Yeah. What happened to the Young King Cookson YouTube channel? I don't actually know, but Cook gave YouTube a bit of a crack. Decided it wasn't really for him. And I think that's fair enough. I think what he did in 2019 and 2020 was really good. I thought I was actually really pumped about how much content he was pumping out. It was very, very impressive. Really got into the flow of it and killed it. 20,000 or almost 20,000 subs in 12 months was very impressive. But he was just giving it a go, and I think he worked out that it's not really for him because it's a lot of work to pump out YouTube. Like, you got to really love your editing and love your filming and whatnot. And some people just don't, fully love all that side of it. So, I think he worked out it's not for him. But I did chat to him not too long ago, and he goes, I might come back. Like, you never know. It's a really good game here. It's like 15 points, but it's like hot at the minute. It's going end to end. Bolton gives it to Maurice Rioli, who toe pokes it forward to Bolton, who kicks long to Dusty, falls short. He pushes Quainer out of the way and kicks the snag, but they've called it a push in the back. Melissa Caden, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate the support. Do you think the D's will go undefeated? No, not at all. Teams don't go undefeated. It doesn't happen. I've got to keep checking to see whether my KO is live. I don't want to fall behind by a minute and a half. And here I am thinking it's live, and all you guys are going, what the hell? Tigers inside 50 again. Cochin didn't really want it. Howe does the mopping up. Bianco, I love the run out of the back line. Goes to a one-on-one on the wing. Good spoil by Mansell. Good follow-up too. Hoskin Elliott handballs over the top, but it's out of bounds. Who do you think are capable of beating the D's at the moment? I still think the Cats could beat the D's. I think anyone's capable. I think anyone on their day. I think the Swans could beat the D's. I think Lions could beat the D's. I assume Freo could. I think I said the Saints. There's plenty of teams that could beat the D's, I reckon. Like, I don't think the gap's that far, but I'd tip the D's against all those teams, and I think we'd probably be the favourite against all those teams. But on any day, we could get pipped, and I think we will. I think there'll be a couple of times this year where we do get pipped. Hopefully not when it matters. Rioli, handball cut off by Nick Dacos. Howe tries to sell a bit of candy. Maurice Rioli putting on some great pressure here. They work it well through hands here, the Pies. They got it in the middle of the ground. Lipinski, smooth operator, gives it to McCreary. That's a good mark. The Pies are enjoying a little patch here. Did you know that Collingwood, Hawthorn and Port Adelaide are sponsored by KFC? KFC have a bit of a monopoly over the AFL, don't they? Who are you going for, Katos? I just love Saturday Arvo, MCG, two big Vic clubs. And I'm just happy to be a part of this, to be honest. Lipinski is a gun of the Pies. Well chopped off by Crisp. DeGoey picks up. Handballs to Lipinski. Ambitious handball to Crisp. Probably one too many here. Taylor Adams, that's the one. I get them mixed up because they were both from the Giants. Went to the Pies. Oliver Henry lines up and kicks it. It's only 8 points here at the G. Great second turn by the Pies. Get King Cookson in a goal recreation video, instant views. Yes, I will. I will have to. That'll be great. That'd be a great vid to get the boys back. It's just hard to get them all into one video. That's my only issue, but yeah, I will endeavour. Chris, DeGoey, Bianco running in. He kicks the turf before he kicks the ball. Oh, Mychek's nearly kicked a miracle. Oh, McCreary's nearly kicked a miracle. Jeepers. Jeez, the Pies are on at the minute. This is a great game. Quainer, watch the Pies handballs. Oh, it's just kamikaze stuff. Adams, Crisp, lower the eyes. That's better. Henry charging up at the midfield, lowering the eyes from the Pies midfield as well. They're not just kicking long to the contest. That was awesome. Lining up to make it a 1 point ball game at the G. He's missed it. One of your 2018 songs was sick. Your 2018 song was fire. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. It was pretty good. If I do say so myself. End of 2018, the 2018 song came out to Posty Malone, who was just on fire at that point. And then started 2019, Football So Hard came out. So within six months, put out a couple of slappers, if I do say so myself. If we're gonna give me a bit of a self pat on the back. Free kick, Dusty. What was that for? Dos, do you have Cricket 22? I don't, no. I need a PlayStation 5, I reckon. Oh, Morris. Bolton. He's in range, lowers the eyes. Lynch again. Lynch again. Why was Tommy Lynch on Quainer? Did you know Sydney is the most supported AFL team? I don't reckon. I don't reckon they are. How many members do they have? Usually the superstars get all the free kicks. Yeah, that was interesting. I thought... Well, Dusty did get the free. I thought it was going to get paid against him, though. Lynch lining up. That looks great off the boot. That is a great set shot at goal, Tommy Lynch. Jeez, Tommy Lynch is on fire. Lynch! He's taking an absolute hanger. Tommy Lynch. Lining up, Tommy. Oh, that is beautiful. Tom Lynch has 5 in the first half. Can you stream Bombers versus Hawks? Nah, I'll probably get off and edit. A little bit, I reckon. Tom Lynch Clinic. I hate the hype for Dusty Martin. He is so overrated. But he's not. He's not overrated. You might be annoyed by the hype of, like, the people. So I don't think you don't like Dusty Martin. I think you don't like the media, or you don't like the people that talk about him. But he's not overrated. He's one of the best players ever. I think he's underrated. I think if this was America, Dusty Martin would be way more overexposed and oversaturated than what he is now. Ever thought of getting a mullet? No, I'm not a mullet man. I think you need a little bit of go about you to have a mullet. A minute to go in the first half. Tigers by 18. Bolton can't mark McIntosh. Can't quite pick it up. Rewalt to Dusty. To Rewalt. Oh, what a kick. Ah, too far. Noble. John Noble is so reliable. Noah Bolter. Going inside 50. Rewalt flies. It's a free kick to Jack. When am I going to get a haircut? I think, yeah, probably soon. Jackie Rewalt lining up at halftime. I think McCreary kicked one at quarter time after the siren, and now Jack Rewalt's kicking one at halftime. Lining up Jack Rewalt. He kicks it, and he loves it. Tigers up and about here. Good half of footy. I like his hair. There's a little bit too much happening. I washed it last night, and then I haven't put product in it today. So that's why it's a little bit floppy. Why aren't you answering my questions? I answered that one. And that one is the one that I've answered. So it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? If you guys want to ask me some questions, DM me on Instagram if you want to ask some for the show. Good game of footy, this one. That'd be handy. Who's up next on Goes Alright? The 9 to 5 fitness fellas. Annabelle, Gabe and Louie are going to be on Goes Alright this week. Thoughts on Robbie Gray, superstar? Rogie called him the most clutch player ever on the potty last week. Hard to argue. Just reminding you to check your KO to see if it's live. I think it is live. When's the next goal recreation with Pendles? Never. My scoreboard is yet to change. Yeah. What is happening with my scoreboard? I don't know. I think it'll hopefully update soon. Is that the score at 61-31? Ah. 61-37. Yeah, that's annoying. Man, I find this stuff so frustrating. See what we can do here scoreboard wise. Hopefully this one ticks over. I like this one. I like the white one. Don't know what to do about that one. Don't know. Oh well. Enough of that. Back to the cues. Back to the questions. Just sort me scoreboard out, guys. Come on, Collingwood. Cardi is going well. We love the card, man. Caden, have you ever got a buzz cut? Yeah, I've shaved the noggin before. Matty Nix got COVID, did he? So he's out. Wow. Will Dusty get a goal? Hopefully. Who for the Brownlow? Petrarca. When's the next food inventor coming out? The bloody food inventors. Don't know. Not sure. They were funny though, weren't they? What happened to Cookson? Nothing. He's cruising. Who for the Colwyn? Tomahawk. Match at the game. Unreal. Live You AFL parody song so good last year was sick. I assume it's Love Your AFL parodies. I really appreciate that, Memesy. Yeah, I thought last year's was pretty silly. Talking about the doggies and whatnot. Yeah, I thought it was okay. When AFL on Freo coming out, I reckon in the next couple of weeks we'll get the career mode going with the Dockers. Hey Kados, why'd you start YouTube? Because I was trying to get into radio, but essentially, I just wanted to create content. So YouTube seemed like the only really thing I could do. YouTube and a podcast was sort of, what I was trying to have a crack at. So, that's why 2016 started to make some footy content. Not all of it was footy. Some of it was very bizarre, but I don't know. Felt like I had some humour in it. Do you think the Dockers have a good chance at the grand final? Not yet, but I'm starting to believe more and more in the Dockers. Evo 2 needs a season pack for this year. Yeah, it's not going to come. Not happening, unfortunately. Cardman hit 17k. Did he? That's unreal. The big Cardi, he's moving up. He'll hit 20k soon. He's doing well, Cardi. D's are going to win tomorrow. I bloody hope so. Kados the boss. Dos the boss. Luke Tapscott is playing local footy and tearing it up. He was a gun, Lukey Tapscott. I used to love him. Surely Hawthorn win tonight. I'm keen to watch that game. I'm going to edit for a little bit and then I'm going to potentially get a pizza, but then I'll be tuning in. West Coast for the wooden spoon. I'm really interested to see how that one goes tonight. Because it could be a bloodbath. By the way, your podcast is so good, bro. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everyone tuning into the potty. How have you guys... how have you guys found the podcast? Have you got any tips? Have you got any feedback? Have you been enjoying it? Have you been listening? Do you know how to find it? Because if you don't, it's on Spotify. The video version's on Spotify if you haven't, clued onto that yet. I'm trying to get some guests, trying to get some social media people in. It'd be handy, actually, if you go over to Spotify right now, go on to Goes Alright and give it a rating. If you can give it a 5-star rating right now, that'd be pretty handy. I might try and plug that in some of my YouTube videos. The story in the cinemas with the essays was so good. Yeah, what the hell was that about? Just trying to go to the movies and I got booted out of my seats. That was funny. I love Luke Kidgel and Blake Pavey. Those boys are hilarious. How do you rate it? If you go onto Spotify and you go into Goes Alright, you can follow the potty, like if you go onto the page, or you can give it a rating and it'll say it there. So yeah, if you click on and give it 5 stars, that'd be awesome. Riley just gave it 5 stars, Kados. You're a legend, Riley. I appreciate that. I'll click on and see how many have hopped on and given us some stars. I reckon we've had about 5 more. How you've handled the switch to a vodcast, having a visually compose yourself while still delivering the same content. Have you handled it? Just gave it 5 stars as well. Wait, I'll check. Yep. Couple more. That's good. Yeah, if you head over... Actually, I don't know how to do it. But yeah, if you give the potty a follow and give it a 5-star rating, that'd be handy. What's your TikTok? Kados38 is my TikTok. Disco, how have you handled the switch to a vodcast? It's been a little bit tough, to be honest, Disco. It's been a little bit... Like, I don't want to have a bloody pity party, but... yeah, I've been a little bit overwhelmed with the move into doing the potty. And for me, stuff like that takes me a while to feel comfortable. And because it's such a big deal to me in terms of how I just want to do a good job and whatnot, I've been pretty nervous in the first couple of episodes, but I'm slowly but surely starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. And that'll go in waves for me. Like, I'm going to feel comfortable one day, a little bit out of my depth the next. But the more and more I do it, hopefully I can settle in. So for the first couple of demos that you guys haven't heard, I felt so bad. And I was frustrated. I'm like, why can't I do this? I could do this 4 years ago when I was trying to get into radio. And now I'm struggling to deliver. And then the first couple of eps, I felt all right. And then the last step with Weedo, I felt really, really comfortable, both with him, both with me just at the top of the show, and then with Roger at the end. So I'm feeling more and more comfortable, and I just want to keep making like a ripper show. I just want to make a show that you guys love. So, and that's all I really care about. It's like, I just want to make the best potty I can. So yeah, transitioning from just doing it in my own room by myself to like doing it with producers and cameramen and Dill Bucks and Spotify listening and watching, I've felt the pressure a little bit, but I feel like I'm slowly but surely getting more comfortable. And the good thing about it is it's all just in my own head. Like, Dill and the team at Producy have been amazing. Spotify has been amazing as well. It's just me putting pressure on myself because I just want to do such a good job for you guys. So, yeah, I've felt the pressure a little bit, but also I think that's what growth's all about. Like, if I stay making videos in my dad's bedroom for the rest of my life, the content's gonna get like pretty boring. But if I keep trying to grow and expand and take more steps, and they're scary at the start, but the more you break them down, the more you fight through them and whatnot, I feel like it's better. So it's either like, do I stay here making videos by myself forever, or do I get up into a hub where there's just people making content everywhere? Like, the amount of people I've met in and around Producy Studios in the last like 3 weeks has been amazing, and they're all like-minded and they're doing the same stuff as me, and yeah, it's really been getting my tail up. So I feel like I'm slowly getting okay with the potty, Disco. But then on the other hand, I feel like YouTube's been lacking a little bit. So I really want to find the balance, because I'm not going to abandon the YouTube channel, but I really want the YouTube channel to succeed as much as I want the potty to succeed. So I'm in this weird spot where I'm like, I'm really trying to make the potty as successful as I can right now. But then, like, while I'm juggling or spinning the plates, I'm seeing the YouTube plate start to wobble. So I'm like, oh God. So I'm just trying to do it all at the minute, but I feel like it's just all about me getting more experience and feeling a little bit more comfortable. But I feel like we're getting there, and even like I'm really pumped for the 9 to 5 Fitness Boys chat. I felt like that was a ripping chat as well. Yeah, so to follow and rate it, this is going to be hard. I don't think this is ever going to get in shot. Wait. So to follow the pod, you go there, and then to rate it, you go to just below. You should be able to rate it. Anyway, hopefully that helps. That little tutorial. Make sure I'm in focus. Anyway, the more ratings, the more followers, the better for the pod. But yeah, I appreciate everyone's support. Game has started. Hasn't started. I can love your podcast. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the support, mate. The game's about to start. All right, I'm going to move back to... And the bounce... Now, the ball's just bounced. All right, I'm going to move back to my phone, reading the comments out of my phone. So if I'm looking down too much, it's because I'm talking to you guys. So that's your fault, not mine. Thoughts on Sam Powell-Pepper? Don't really know what to think about Sammy Powell-Pepper. He was really highly touted early, and now he's playing some pretty decent footy for the Power the last few years. He's not like a upper echelon player like we all thought he would be, but that's okay. Riley, how are you, mate? Hopefully you're travelling well. Started the second half here. The Suns are up against the Swans by 17 points at half time. That's ridiculous. Lambert, chip over the top. Lynch, well done, Darcy Moore. He needs a big second half, Darcy Moore. To Goey. They got a bit to do here, the Pies, to get back in it. Got to go, but I'll rate it now 5 stars. Legend. Riley, I'm good. The D's look promising this year again. It's amazing coming from a D's fan. It's been pretty good so far, Riley. I think we got a bit of a big test tomorrow at the G, but hopefully the boys can do the job. Oh, Nank tries to shrug Darcy Moore. That's a great tackle by Darcy Moore. He's had a couple of good defensive efforts to start this second half. Good tackle on Dusty by Quainer. If I could rate it 5 stars twice, I would. Good on you, Disco. I appreciate the support, mate. I put Track down for 2 goals and 35 plus disposals. Hopefully, he usually plays well against the Saints, which is funny. They picked McCartan over him, and I doubt that has anything to do with it. But he usually has a pretty good game against the Saints, Track. Tigers are playing some good footy. I think the Tigers might be back just quietly. Rioli down the line. Lynch. He's got Dusty in the goal square. Lowers the eyes to Rewalt. He's got a man in the pocket who he avoids to go to Dusty. And it works out. Dusty Martin has marked. And now he's looking to pass it off. Which would be silly because they just work so hard to get it to you, Dusty. It's like I'm streaming in the night time when it's like daytime, but no, well. It's very cold today. It is very cold. Kados, you're very delayed. I'm watching it on KO, which should be about 10 seconds delayed, and then my stream will be 10 seconds delayed. So if you're watching it on a tally, I might be 20 seconds behind you. But I feel like I'm not too bad. Loving the pod, Caden, says Rhino. Good on you, Rhino. I appreciate the support, mate. Darcy Jones played at that shitty St. Mary's Oval today. It's a very small oval, St. Mary's, but they've done the club rooms up. I haven't been there since they've done that. Yeah, it's a very small oval, but it does the job. Your scores are blurred. What? I don't reckon they are. I don't believe that. It's not on the TV. Wouldn't it be on Foxtel? Rewalt's almost thrown that out. What are your thoughts about Freo? Jeez, they look the goods, the Dockers. Oh no, these scores are updating quicker than we can see. That's annoying. Rewalt walks in and misses. Yeah, these scores already had it up there. It's a calamity of errors. D's going to win tomorrow, Doss. I think so, but it'll be a good game, I reckon. Alright, I'll try for some other. Just sorting it out, guys. Just let me... My check kicks truly. D's going for Carl Amon. I'm excited by that. I like Carl Amon. I've always liked him. Yeah, I think he's a very good player for Port. And, geez, we've seen what Ed Langdon's done on the other wing for the D's. And potentially there's some chat about Brayshaw and Luke Jackson and whatnot. So, yeah, Carl Amon would be a great addition, I reckon. – 24 points here. Pies are trailing. The Suns are up by 24 points as well. Suns. Looking for a big scalp. Lipinski gets the clearance. They need one here, the Pies. McCreary probably holding. Gives to Dacos. Centering ball. No one's home. Marlon Pickett Mark spoiled. Bolter, cool, calm and collected. Bit of an ambitious kick. Gives Hoskin Elliott a chance to fly. Ball gets thrown in. Did any of your mates play at Falcons DOS? No, not really. I had one of my mates train with the VFL, but he didn't really want to play VFL, so he just, pretty much said no. DOS, when's the next goal kicking challenge? I filmed one during the week with Shep Mates, 9 to 5 Fitness, and Prime Train. I reckon it'll be out either this Thursday or next Thursday. Rioli's got it on the wing. He's been good this game. Oh, he's turned it over to Hoskin Elliott, the wingman defender. Kicks up the ground to Myercheck. Gets brought to ground. Goes out of bounds. Do you guys I'm really hoping the goal kicking challenge does some good views. It was great to collab with the Shep Mates. I love the Shep Mates, the 9 to 5 Fitness boys. I love those lads. And then Prime Train, he's one of my favourites as well. It's something a little bit different. The old big collab on the channel. I haven't done anything like that in my life, so I'm excited to bring that to the YouTube channel. Why did it take so long for Dusty to start playing again? I'm not sure. But it's good to have him back. Marlon Pickett. I reckon this is Mansell. Kicks down the wing. Lambert to Lynch. He's got Rioli making a bit of a break for space. Cuts in board to Dusty. Love Dusty. Kicks inside 50. Rioli at the back. Lipinski touches it through. Suns beating the Swans. Yeah, what the hell? I sort of want to flick over to that game. I might get that game I don't want to mess with the live stream. I was going to get that game in the little corner so I could watch a bit of it on my KO, but I've got the live stream going. I've got it on my phone. There's almost too many things happening, so I might avoid that. Bloody show the game, says Archie. No. Switch on, Archie. We've been doing this for 4 years now, mate. Come on, Arch. Darcy Jones, 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals. The Swans trail by. That is a mongrel floating sack by the Tigers. Rioli does well to lock it in. Graham, Lynch, Dusty, Banana from 35. Missed. That was a probably drop punt sort of kick. He's going the Banana. Who do you think will win, Essendon or Hawthorn? I think the Hawks will win. Excited for that one, though. Nick Dacos goes an ambitious kick to DeGoey, who then turns it over. He's done that a few times today, DeGoey. Rioli down the line to Howe, who toes it out of bounds. Cochin to Pickett. Centering ball. Rewalt's taking a mark. Darcy Moore has had a howler today. What do you think about the talk of the D's going 22-0? Yeah, it's not going to happen. I don't reckon it'll happen. I reckon we'll drop 3 or 4 games. Hey, Dos, thanks for what you do. You have been a real help throughout this year with some family stuff. Thanks again. Keep it up. Thanks, Riley. I appreciate the support, mate. And I hope you're well. Rewalt kicks truly. It's out to a 32-point margin. The Tigers are back. I reckon the Tigers are back. They're playing some good footy. Darcy needs to lift, yeah. Darcy Moore's had a bit of a shocker today. How many has Jackie Rewalt kicked today? A couple at least. To Goey. Handball to Crisp. He loves a bit of a finish from 50 Crisp. And he slots it. That is just been struck out of the middle of the bat. Good quick response by the Pies, but they got a bit of work to do. That was a great goal. Which team is your least favourite? Probably Geelong. Has the goal Bolton missed in the second quarter? Yeah, what the hell? He sort of got past Howe, ran 20 metres and then just muffed it. That was a bit crazy. Dockers Lover 69 gives a bit of Freo. I love it. Oh, Pendles. Adams. They go forward again. They get another quick one near the Pies. It really help them, but they can't because the cleanup crew from the Tigers defence does really well. Chopped off by Dacos though. Trent Bianco wheels around. Top of the square. Bolter. McCreary. He's hit the post. Oh, God, that would have been handy. Pendlebury is a magician. He literally stops time. Yeah. He's ridiculously good, Pendles. Bolton down the line. Rewalt, great grab. Gives to Graham. Kicks inside 50. It's a 1-on-1. It's Moore. Well done, Darcy Moore. Crisp has it on the wing. Big. Great mark. Aiden Begg. Lining up. He's going to have to kick it 50 odd metres. It's not going to get there. They all fly. Josh Dacos takes on a couple. He's just missed. They're coming a little bit here, the Pies. Oh, Nank. Goal-saving bump. And now the Tigers could be out. Oh, Jack Rewalt. Beautifully done. Cochin lowers the eyes and hits Bolton. He's going to have a shot. Is he? Can have a shot from 55. Shea Bolton. He's lining up Bolton. Kicks from 50. And he absolutely nails the goal. What a fantastic finish. I fast forwarded a little bit. I think Mackay was a little bit behind. What are you guys saying in the chat? Do you reckon the Pies could come back if they get the ball down their end? They had the ball down their end for a bit of a patch there and they couldn't quite convert. I don't reckon they'll come back. It's now only a 2-goal lead to the Suns against the Swans. Swans did this against Hawthorn, didn't they? They were sort of on the back foot and then charged home. Looks like a similar thing is happening at the SCG. Side bottom. They need a goal here, the Pies. They need to get a real wriggle on. Kicking board's poor. And Gibkiss takes a great intercepting mark. Soldo can't mark. Jack Rewalt throws it to Rioli. There's a bit more than a paddle. Jack Rewalt gets it in the pocket. Yeah, he did. He threw it. He threw it earlier. Kados, I could watch your videos all day. I appreciate that, mate. That looked like a mark to Soto. It's now back to 5 points for the Swans. The Suns have given up almost 5-goal lead. Tyler Brown. Castagna. Good tackle. Lambert through traffic. That's a fantastic goal. That is a fantastic goal. Pies are getting pumped now. Love JB. Why can't we actually watch the game? You can. Yeah, KO, Fox, the Telstra app or whatever it is. That's how. Crispy coming through the middle. Oliver Henry dances around a couple. Begg, McCreary, Josh Dacos. Missed. Chance has gone begging for the Pies this term. That's what I just said, Howie. How crisp. Not a great kick inside 50. Henry does well. Ginnivan gets it. Oh my God, he got his head ripped off. Jeez. He's going the snap from directly in front, Jack Ginnivan. That's a great finish. Jeez, McIntosh has ripped his head off. Literally ripped his head off. Ginnivan has been quiet today. Yeah, he's been a little bit quiet. Mansell's getting into him. It's funny, Mansell just giving him a little bit there. That's funny. 29 points here at the MCG. Hoskin Elliott's handballed it to McCreary, who was out of bounds. Adams kicks him board. Begg does well. Goes to ground a little bit too easy. Lipinski butters up. Ginnivan's just getting ruffled off the ball. Oh, they're piling in on Ginnivan. I reckon Mansell gave him a couple of knees. Mansell's a pretty dirty player. I like that Maynard will come in and ruffle a few. He's a bit dirty, Mansell. I like him. I like the way he goes about it, but he's certainly a bit of a dirty player. Oh, so he's just flown in and elbowed. Oh my God, he's put an elbow twice into the back of Jack Ginnivan's head. That's pretty filthy. That's real filthy. Well, I said he was a dirty player, and I guess that sort of backs it up. I've seen him do that sort of stuff before, but yeah, that was pretty dirty stuff. And I don't really care who the player is, like whether it's Jack Ginnivan or, I don't know, who's someone universally loved. Jack Ginnivan or, any other player. I think that was pretty dirty. HB2K, g'day Dosser. If you don't mind me asking, what's happened to another Cookson question. He's cruising, the great man. He doesn't really do as much YouTube stuff anymore, but yeah, he's cruising. He's working at the minute. So yeah, MRO will have a field day with that. Yeah, that was just pretty grubby. The first one, when he was trying to make it look like he was going the ball, when he sort of dove in and elbowed him in the head, was very, very poor. But the second one, where he comes back up and elbows him again, was shithouse, to be honest, if I can have my French excused. Yeah, real poor. Has to be a suspension. It will be. Yeah, it was disgusting. Ryan Mansell. It's funny because Ginnivan cops it for being a pest and annoying and whatnot, but I don't know, he's not dirty like that. That was pretty poor. Load his colours there, Mansell. I'll get yours up on the big screen so I don't have to look down at my phone. What happened, there was a contest just before the final siren of the third term where Jack Ginnivan dove in to try and get to the ball first. Mansell flew in over the top behind him and threw his forearm / elbow into Jack Ginnivan's head, and then stopped and then went again, threw another forearm / elbow into Jack Ginnivan's head. So 2 blows into the back of the head. Yeah, pretty poor. Pretty poor. Kados, do you like Jack Ginnivan? I do like Jack Ginnivan. I reckon he's funny. He makes me laugh. What play was it? Right at the end. I hate how players do that. A little push and shove is alright, but an elbow to the head is dirty. You know who I reckon's a real pest for just crappy cheap shots? And I love this player, and he's a good player. But Tom Liberatore is always good for like a shove into the back of someone's shoulders, which sort of like whiplashes the head back. In any game where there's a bit of push and shove, he'll just walk behind someone and shove them in the back of the head. He gives like little cheapies all the time. Yeah, I don't like that sort of stuff. What team has the best kit? I love Geelong Cats when they have the white shorts. I reckon that kit's pretty cool. Who else has a good kit? I like the Pies white one that they're wearing today. Is pretty sick. Yeah, Bog so far? Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest. Probably Tom Lynch. Does a great job on the pod. It's a great listen and absolutely elite in my opinion. I appreciate that, HB2K. How long do you think the suspension will be? I think it'll only be like a week or two. They could probably say it was clumsy, but it wasn't clumsy. He did it on purpose. So this last term is going to be really interesting to see how they all respond. A fine or a week is what they're saying. Bolton kicks the ball inside 50. Lynch. Martin. Maynard down the line. What's up, McDonald? Says Thomas. Corey Quartermain is in. Remember the PTSD moment in the fan base's video with Druzy about the Cats? Has to be one of my favourite moments of yours. Here you go, the Pies. It'd be good if Ginnivan could kick the first for this term. I wonder if there's going to be, any fireworks for this last quarter. It's all even at the SCG. The Swans and Gold Coast locked up 59 apiece. Marlon Pickett's going to go for the shot, he reckons. Pickett lines up from 50. That's a beautiful strike of the football. That is a beautiful kick. And the Tigers are getting it done quite comfortably here at the G. I'm going to the Essendon Hawthorn game. I tipped the Bombers by 6. Kados, who do you tip? I tip Hawthorn by 30 points. I reckon. Yeah, that was a great finish by Pickett. Bolton gives to Graham another clearance to the Tigers. They're sort of well and truly on top at the minute. Gets tackled out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in in front of the MCC. Essendon's still bad, but we could win this game. Who knows? Yeah, I just don't get the feeling they'll get it done, unfortunately. They might do, especially at Marvel, but I feel like the Hawks have been playing okay. I think the Hawks could potentially make the finals this year, so yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the Hawks will get that one done. Graham, scrubby little kick inside 50. Moore comes up. Bolton jumps over the top of him. Dusty sort of flying in to try and pick it up. Cameron, Pendles, in a little bit of bother. Gives to Cameron. And now he'll clear down the line. And Bolter does well with the bodying. Broad. Imagine supporting West Coast. Yeah, it would be tough to support West Coast at the moment. It would be really tough to support North Melbourne. They are just losing by 10 goals every week, no matter what. It's not looking good for the Roos. And I've been there, so I can relate very, very much. Where you never expect to win, you're not confident going to any games, and yeah, they're just they're just getting rolled every week, and it can be really soul sucking, to be honest. So I feel for any North supporters out there. F's in the chat for North. You seem like a footy player. Yeah, I'm not a great footy player. But I appreciate the footy player compliment. Name a player for an edit, please, Kados. Lynch lines up. I reckon that's 6 for Tommy Lynch. Oh, the Suns are still in front. Keep me updated on the Suns game in the chat. Name a player for an edit. Do a Jack Ginnivan edit. Yeah, 159. This is an absolute pantsing now. The Pies have, in the wet and cold of the MCG, have been well and truly done. It's a question of how far now. Remember, it was raining in Geelong, and I said that'll be at the G in an hour. Well, it's raining at the G, it seems. Wet, cold conditions at the MCG. That's crazy. I love that stuff. Hopefully it's like this tomorrow. Nankervis. Castagna. Kick over the top. Oh, Nick Dacos has tried to mark one over side bottom. Kick inside 50 and Rewalt. He tracks back as quickly as any other player when he can sniff a mark and sniff a goal. This will take a decent kick. Caden, can you please do a goal kicking challenge with Tipper? Oh, that would be awesome. How'd you get yourself through the tough days coming from a North fan? Rewalt, he's kicked it skinny. I have no idea. Like, looking now at like how much we endured, it was way too much for any supporter base to ever endure. How did I do it? I don't know. I got excited by little wins. I don't actually know. Like, rocking up, hoping you're half a chance and getting rolled by 60 points every week is demoralising. You just got to get excited by individual efforts. You got to get excited by little signs that the club shows. And that's about it, really. Apart from that, you just got to wait, bide your time. Mansell to Grimes, who kicks it out on the full. Nah, out of bounds. Jack Ginnivan will score more, anyone think? Nah, he's been a little bit quiet today, Ginnivan. I'm not sure whether he'll have one more in him. Yeah, he's my favourite player. He could get a chance to meet him, but no, I saw myself on VFL. I was shocked. You're on the tally at the VFL. That's funny. Nothing but sun at the SCG. Keep me updated with the SCG. Will you play Evo 2 again? Yeah, I love Evo 2. Side bottom, throws it on the boot. Gains a little bit of territory. Broad mops it up. Gives it to Mansell. I want to see someone nail Mansell, but they won't. I want to see a little bit of drama. Will you play Evo again soon? Yeah, I want to do a career. I want to fire up a career mode. Nankervis goes to Pickett. Cochin soccers it out on the full. Crisp. Low one down the ground. Maynard. Great tackle by Nank. Maynard did well to keep his feet. Now the Tigers will try and whisk this away. Goes to Rioli on the wing, who says, I can burn Noble. Great turn of pace. Martin, little dribbler along the ground. Lambert, handballs over the top to Martin again. Outside of the boot, Banana. Very selfish kick at goal. And Quainer has chopped it off in the goal square. And now Dacos has it. They want to go end to end. And that's a good little handball to Pendlebury. They're probably overdoing the handball a little bit for mine. Begg now has it. But the Tigers have set up pretty well in defence. The Suns still up by 7. Up by 8. Darcy Cameron, that's a great mark. Bye-bye. See you, Simon. Have a good one, mate. Huntsman. How are you, Huntsman? Side bottom plays on and misses. Oh, far out. Hi, Kados. G'day, Jack. How are you, mate? Kick down the line. Jeremy Howe. He doesn't take the hangers like he used to, Jeremy Howe. He's lost an inch or two, I reckon. Good mark by Grimes going back. Tigers have been really, really good today. Not 15. That was 15. Bolter. That's a great kick on the left. Rioli, great front and centre. Really good crumbing. Goes to the pocket to Dusty. What a kick from Morris Rioli. That was awesome. And now Dusty. Oh, he went to play on, but the umpires called him back. Plays on now, Dusty. And that's a beautiful snapper goal. That's his second for Dusty Martin. That was a great kick by Rioli. Really good shoe. Are you ending the stream after the game? Yeah, I will. I will. Are you proposing that Howe shrunk in size? Nah. Since his knee injuries, I reckon he's lost an inch with his hops. He hasn't taken a huge hanger for the last couple of years, I don't reckon. Like a huge one. And he used to take 3 or 4 a game. So, I don't know. The Suns still up by 8. How long's left of that game? Good on you, Huntsman. If I donate $10, will you tell us what happened to Cookson? I've spoken about Cook a few times already on this stream, so yeah, you don't have to chip in the $10. If you rewind through the stream, you'll see that. Yeah, I've already chatted about the great man. He's working. He's not doing YouTube as much anymore, and yeah, he's just cruising, and that's really it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping to get him in some vids soon. Maybe some goal kicking challenges, maybe not. But yeah, I miss the Cookson too. We'll get him involved. We'll get around the big man. Oh, Ginnivan. I said he wouldn't kick another one, and he's just marked one, so he might. He's getting booed by the whole stadium. I just woke up, eh? Huntsman, what do you mean you just woke up? He's kicked 3, Jack Ginnivan. What do you mean you just woke up? That's funny. Ginnivan copying it from Tigers fans. $10 minutes to go in this game. There's 12 minutes-ish to go in Sydney. And the Suns, one of the upsets of the season, is on the cards. Dusty in the middle. Good clearance to the Warren stand wing. McIntosh. They go again, the Pies. Good chain of handballs. Johnny Noble. Good chain of handballs, but they've probably overdone it. I've said that a couple of times today. They've probably overdone the handballs at times. It's a slippery ball in the back from Tyler Brown. A little bit clumsy. Huntsman, are you going to the footy tonight? I went to bed at 7 a.m. We got 9 hours later. Jesus. Huntsman. That's not good. 107 to 66. Wow. Yeah, the beautiful performance by the Tigers, to be honest. They've been really, really good. Dusty starting to rack it up now in the second half, Dusty. What a laser kick to Soldo. He can't complete the mark. Pendles does well to defend. Aiden Begg follows up really well. Cochin, good handballs to Soldo. Crisp, good tackle on Soldo. Here comes Morris. Oh, it's good pressure by the Pies. They've lifted, even though the game's done and they're out of the contest, they've lifted quite well and showed some good fight towards the second half of this game. Now, I live 4 hours away from the nearest stadium. I wish I could. I didn't know that, Huntsman. I thought you were a Melbourne boy. Update the scoreboard. Why does the AFL scoreboard do that? Frustrating. Quainer showed some good courage going back there. Can you change the scores? Yeah, put the scores on. I live in Echuca, mate. Bloody hell. That's a long way away. Jeremy Howe goes long and strong down the wing. Begg gives to Adams. Kicking board, could get cut off here, and it does by Bolter, who goes immediately. Kicks high and long. Bolton and Quainer brings to ground. Moore, Howe. Pendles, he's going to be under the pump here by Rioli. He doesn't have a second to think. Rioli follows it up. Chases Noble. Takeoffs over the top to Bianco, does well. Lipinski. Very aggressive kick. McIntosh does well to halve the contest. Adams tries to just burrow his way through. Brown. Adams. Brown. Sloppy contest. Long ball forward and Howe intercepts it. Christmas Day 2020, I met Fraser Rossman having a kick at the local ground. I want to see him get a game soon. I want to see him too. He looks like an amazing athlete, wingman. It'd be good for Rossman to get a game. Dacos goes inside 50, drops it on Cameron's head. Kibkis gets a good little fist in. McCreary goes below the knees on Baker. They probably could have called it, but they didn't. And he's saying that, is that below the knee? It was a good question, Liam Baker. It probably was there. Can you do a stream of Evo after? Nah, I've got some editing to do, and I just want to cruise and watch the footy for the rest of the Arvo, so I won't stream after this. But I will get some Evo streams going soon. I'm going to get an Evo career mode going soon. Which hurt more, Mitchie Hannon leaving or Jeremy Howe leaving the Ds? Look, mate, they were both my favourite players. Jeremy Howe, Mitch Hannon were both some of my favourite players, so both hurt. I would say Howe hurt more because we needed players to sign to give us a bit of faith and hope, and Howe was like the last crop of players who hopped off the boat. So that was a bit upsetting. A man, Nat. Huge fan, Caden. Love your content. I appreciate the support, mate. I appreciate the kind words as well. You're a legend. Myercheck, Lipinski, Adams takes it upon himself to pull the trigger, and that is a great finish. The Pies have been good in this last quarter. The Suns holding on here. How much time's left in that game? What streaming app do you use, Kados? I use OBS to stream these games. And I use KO to stream the footy, if that's what you were wondering. 7 minutes left. Well, I might have to flick over to that game soon and just write it out. Are you going to the D's game? I'm going to try and go to the D's game tomorrow, yes. I love watching Nick Dacos go about it. Goose Gaming, do you reckon Richmond or Collingwood will make the finals this year? I reckon the Tigers are building quite nicely at the minute. Graham. Oh, Baker spent it before he had it. Recovers really well, though. Shrugs Tyler Brown once or twice. They've got good numbers here, the Pies. Can they sort it out? Side bottom. Sells a bit of candy. Sells a lot of candy. Down the line. Myercheck marks it, diving across the boundary. Oh, Hoskin Elliott! He's flown over the pack and taken an absolute screamer late in this game. That was unreal. Who are you barracking for tonight? I wouldn't mind seeing the Hawks get up. I'm excited for the Giants and the Cats. What's the other game? Oh, I think the Brisbane. I think I'm probably whipping Brisbane home. I hope West Coast can show a bit of fight, but Hoskin Elliott puts it through. Kados, do you reckon the D's will win the grand final this year again? Ali, I hope so. I really, really hope so. Time will tell. I don't think we're going to be undefeated. I think that's a silly thing for people to say. Isaac Quainer getting a little bit of attention. Suns are still winning. Who do you barrack for again? I forgot. I'm a big D's man, Jack. Huge D's man. Crisp. Gives it to Dacos. Kick from 50. He's missed. They played well this second half, the Pies. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, The Richmond Tigers fan is backing the Sainers. Henry, great grab, great mark. Little flurry here from the Pies. How many minutes in the Suns game? Suns are up by 9 points. How many minutes to go? Oliver Henry Walk in. He's kicked it. That's a great kick. This could be a huge comeback. They're not going to come back. There's not enough time. But they're playing some good footy. Oliver Henry's been good. 2 goals, 10 disposals. That's all we can ask for, really. Yeah, how long left for the Suns? There's 3 minutes 50 left of this one. So the Tigers are home. But it's been a pretty good little fight back here by the Pies. I think as a Pies supporter, probably a little bit frustrating, but I felt like they fought this one out to the very end. Do you reckon the D's are going to win the premiership? I hope so, Jack. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Graham. Cochin. Oh, Darcy Moore, that's a great grab going back. He probably hasn't had the best day, Darcy Moore, but he's been not too bad in the second half. Oh, Morris Rioli, little tap down to Dusty, who hits Castagna on the chest. I'm going to do some split screen here. Yeah, I'm going to get the Suns up, because the Suns are on the brink of knocking over the Swans. And just as I turn it on, the Suns have kicked another one. Levi Casbolt has kicked a goal, and the Suns are up by 14 points with 1:30 to go. The Suns are going to win. What the hell? That's unbelievable. The Suns are going to get up. Who are the D's playing tomorrow? Asks Jack. We got the Sainers. How much time left? How many goals has Dusty got? I'm a Richmond supporter, says Geordie. There's 1:40 left, and Dusty has 2 goals. These 2 games are going to finish pretty much exactly at the same time. There's 1:36 and 1:29 left. The Suns are going to beat the Swans. Josh Kennedy's had a flying shot and missed. Levi Casbolt, you star. Yeah, absurd. Danny Rioli centering ball. Dusty for his... Oh, no, it's Bolton. Bolton's marked. This will be a nice little sealer just before the siren. A minute to go up at the SCG. And Casbolt takes a mark at half back. The Suns. No way the Suns are going to win. Yep, the Suns are going to beat the Swans. Nine seconds to go. 8 seconds. The Suns have gotten up. You are kidding me. Fair play. 25 seconds left of this one at the MCG. And the Tigers have been really, really impressive today. Five seconds, 6 seconds. The siren has gone for me. Maybe I'm a couple of seconds behind. But there it is. The Tigers have got the job done here at the MCG. Freo Gold Coast looking like a danger game for us. Freo, nah, if it's in Perth, you guys will get it done. The Tigers, high-scoring team, but they also let the Pies score quite highly as well. So defensively, not quite in check, but can't really complain about that one. That's a ripping victory. Yeah. It's at Metricon next round. Wow. Yeah, that'll be a good game. That is a danger game, isn't it? I'm going to wrap up the stream here, guys. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I really appreciate all of the support. There should be a vlog potentially tomorrow night. I might bring the Saints vlog out tomorrow night. Or maybe... yeah, I don't know. So there could be a vlog, but also it Goes Alright episode 4 will be out on Tuesday as well. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everyone tuning in. And I'll see you all for some more content very, very soon. Cheers, guys.